you going to hang it up, Todd? When you going to hang it up? For good.
My career, you talking about?
He's trying to retire you.
Where is this?
Well, I'm going to try to get on Gladiator 3 when Denzel retires, and if I can get on that one,
You're casting.
if I can get on that one, I'll retire in the next 10 years.
Next question he's going to ask is, are you going to sing for him? That's what he wants to know.
No. No.
He heard that you had some musical talent.
If you make the playoffs, it could happen. It could happen.
No. It's possible.
What's the hallmark of a Jim Harbaugh team? You've seen him in action with the 49ers. He's got a certain style about him, right?
Tough-minded. I mean, huge up front, both sides of the ball, stop the run and run the ball. They do a very good job of time of possession. They can play action and hit you deep. Quarterback can do a lot of things, but the hallmark, they don't beat themselves, so we got to play clean football.
And what makes their defense so effective?
Got a lot of players over there. I mean, the scheme is good, but you got a lot of pass rushers over there. You got some good DBs over there, and they got some decent linebackers. So they're fast, they're strong, they're solid, and they play fast.
It takes a lot to run the football in this league consistently. The last 3 games, you guys have averaged over 150 yards. I know it's not just the running backs or just the offensive line, but what do you point to as why that arrow has gone up throughout the season?
The biggest thing for the explosive runs are the tight ends and the receivers. You know, if they don't do their jobs down the field, those are 6, 7, 8-yard gains. Those guys do a very good job in the run game with the addition of the offensive line. I'm not counting them out. I mean, they're the linchpin of the whole thing, but those guys do a very good job getting downfield and blocking.
The offense has been so consistent this year, one of the tops in the leagues in scoring points. Baker's up there in touchdown passes, and then the running game, obviously, a big turnaround for the last 2 years. Which has been the most important, do you think, for this success?
They're all important. I mean, you can't have one without the other. You know, however you win, there's a lot of ways to skin a cat. Between us running the ball, timely throws with Baker, scrambling with Baker, just keeping the continuity together and getting better each week. We're not going to win the same every week. The trick is to try to win different ways and build everything up at the same time.
Is that what makes this team dangerous, that you can win different ways?
We're getting there, yes.
What improvements did you see on defense last week in particular?
Just understanding of the game. You know, wasn't that many big plays going down the field. Unlike the one tackle we missed on the 3rd and 2 or 3 that we had right there. But for the most part, they followed the game plan. They finished 2-minute, which was important for us on defense. Offense did a good job 2 weeks ago. Defense did a good job this week.
How's Mike Edwards progressing with that hamstring injury?
He's coming along. Don't have a timetable on him yet, though.
You guys brought Deion Jones in, another veteran linebacker. I know you're dealing with multiple injuries there. How can he help you, and how soon can he help you?
Not sure how soon. I mean, there's a lot to learn. He just got in full action today as far as from a learning standpoint, but he's a very athletic backer. The way the passing game has been going and guys have been going down, we're going to need him, so we got to see how fast we can get him caught up.
Justin Herbert, the Chargers, has played well. He's only thrown 1 interception this year. When you watch the film, what about his game and how he sees the field has allowed him to cut down turnovers like that?
Does a great job taking care of the football and understanding the offense. If it's not there, he can use his legs. If it's there, he's got a cannon of an arm. He can zip it in. He trusts his receivers. They do a good job of mixing it up.
Lavonte doesn't talk a lot, and I heard he spoke at halftime. Just in terms of his leadership style, we talk a lot about Lavonte and still making plays. Is it more as his example on the field that guys follow, or what is it that he said specifically that resonates in this last game?
It's as needed with him. Sometimes it's on the field. Sometimes it's grabbing a guy by the shoulder and talking to him one-on-one. Sometimes it's talking to the whole group, whether it's inspirational or whether he's pissed off. It's well needed as leaders. As much as we can coach, it's a player's game. And if you don't have the leadership from the players and accountability, you're not going to have a good locker room. And he's one of many that has a very big voice and makes the locker room together.
We saw Mike do that up and down the sidelines. He was very frustrated during the game at one point, and that's sort of the thing you're talking about.
Yeah, he was into it. He was into it and yelling at defensive guys. Offensive guys, defensive guys, that's what you want. I mean, this is not church here. We're not going to be standing there and get ready to sing a song. So we do a very good job. The guys do a very good job of holding people accountable when they need it.
Can you just speak to the importance of seeing both Jalen McMillan and also Sterling Shepard really stepping up. Obviously, not having Chris Godwin, that's a huge void to try and fill. It seems like both those guys stepped it up quite a bit this last game.
They've done a great job. Jalen's done a great job coming down the stretch here. He's gotten better each week. He understands the offense very well. He's playing with a lot of confidence right now. I don't think Sterling ever lost confidence once he got healthy. I mean, he's hell on wheels in practice. He's hell on wheels in the game. So he's our Energizer Bunny. I keep saying it, but he's a very intelligent football player.
What is it like watching Sterling? Because it just seems like he's just having so much fun out there. And, I mean, this is a guy that he thought his football career might be over before you guys gave him that phone call this summer.
He enjoys the game. He puts in the work. He puts in the time. He's here early. He gets it. He understands it, and he still plays at a high level.
Coach,
Biggest
you
challenge,
talked about Jalen McMillan coming along lately. I know some people in the NFL say, once you hit December, you're no longer a rookie. Is that sort of why McMillan is turning the corner?
We try to make that saying in August. So once you have your first meetings and first day of practice, you're no longer a rookie. But he got hurt, and he came back. He had to catch up on the offense a little bit, and he had to get comfortable. Right now, he's come along. We put him in some important roles. He's come through for us, and you can see the confidence going.
In talking to Sterling, he was mentioning how, this team is kind of poised to overcome adversity. And he points to some things that you had said over the summer, talking to players about, okay, at some point you're going to be tested and things like, how are you going to respond? Just can you speak to the importance of well, first of all, like what you had said to them, but also just the importance of thinking ahead, during camp, like preparing guys mentally for what adversity might come.
Getting old, don't remember that much. May have to retire. Just talking to the guys about being ready to play when your number is called. You only get 53 guys, and people are going to get hurt. And guys make the team for a reason. We talk about it all the time. So when your number is called, are you ready? What can you do? We expected to count on you, not like a substitute, but like a starter. So we talk about it constantly. We put them in situations and practice constantly, whether they're first team or not. You're in these situations, and you have to perform. And these guys have done a very good job of stepping up and playing when they got the chance.
Great example of that, right?
He's a tough kid. He's a tough kid. He's very smart. He's very cerebral out there on the field, and he plays with his hair on fire.
Todd, a lot of teams, they start 4-7, like you did last year, 4-6 this year, and they end up 6-11. And this team's not like that. What's that say about the guys in that room back there?
It says a lot. Like I said, in the spring and the summer, it's the culture of the locker room. It's the culture and the camaraderie they've built to get through some of those tough times, whether it's home or on the road, and understanding each other. And it's a long season. We say that every week when we do a good job of taking it game by game. We do a good job of trying to focus on the little things and just let everything else take care of itself.
Rashad had one of his most complete games, I think, this past week when you really needed him to. Bucky was in and out. Saw Sean once. But for Rashad, is it just time in this offense? It has competition helped him? Like what has elevated his game? He's always been a great receiver and done a lot of things in the past game, but now you're even seeing some explosive runs.
I think the change in the run game, of how they approach it from the backfield, the job that Skip does, and what Carbs and what they ask those guys to do has really helped him a lot. He's always been a heady player. He was always a good runner. He's probably hitting it one step faster now than he did last year. He probably was more hesitation last year. So a lot of that has changed and helped him a lot, but he always prepares like a pro.
Is there a greater challenge going out west versus just going out the road normally?
No, it's a longer flight, but it's probably the same. We try to keep things as normal as possible.
Anything else?
Thanks.